All right, cool. So welcome to, it's Vinyasa Strong. It's going to be working on the gluteus minimus. So there's three parts of your rear end, or more than three, but three main muscles in your butt. So you got your maximus, so feel free to touch yourself. You've got your medius right up here, and then your minimus is down here. And we live in a society, I don't really have it figured out yet, but we clench our butt cheeks a lot, and we tend to use the bigger muscles most, and the little ones kind of get forgotten about. So we're going to retrain our minimus so we can lift our booties, and also what it does is helps release tension in the low back and SI joints, and if you have hip pain. So if you're somebody who has any of those three, hips, SI joints, sacrum, or lower back issues, this class is going to be a really nice one to maybe go back to help retrain the body to open up through the low back. It's not a really hard flow, it's just components of it, but it's going to be not hard. It's not a, you'll see, I'll shut up. So actually, we're going to start standing up. I lied to you all. So go ahead and start standing up at the top of your mat. It's not a hard flow, meaning it's not like, doesn't need a brain, it's not rocket science to create it, but it's going to be challenging. That's the word I was looking for. So at the top of your mats, feet are hip distance apart. Let's do this. So first, shoulders back and towards your hips. Already starting with awareness of an internal rotation of your thighs. Begin to change your breath to in and out to the nose. In and out through the nose is the practice of an active yoga flow. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth is only for relaxation or when called upon in a yoga class specifically. So when you're moving the body in a flow, it's in and out through the nose. So once you get that repertoire of flowing in and out, we're going to warm up the body through a couple of vinyasas and some hip openings. So go ahead, inhale, lift the arms, lift the chest, lift the gaze. Exhale, forward fold, hands down through the ground, release. Inhale, lift the chin, pull the chest through. Exhale, step it back into your first plank. Inhale in your first plank, we're going to stay here a little longer. Exhale, send your shoulders back. Plug your heels back towards the back of your mat. Pull your navel into the spine. On your next exhale, lower all the way down to the floor. Keep your elbows right over the wrists. Untuck your toes and keep your thighs together. Drag your yoga mat back. Peel the ribs off of the floor, but keep the belly button on the ground. Heels together. Gaze goes up. Exhale, roll to the knees, back to downward dog. Chin releases last. Take 3 breaths here, in and out through the nose. Just continuing to warm up. Let the breath be loud here. Especially at the very beginning of a practice, the thoughts of the day that have accumulated tend to overpower. Take this time to really tend to your knees. Lift your gaze, bend your knees, step or hop to the top of your mat. Lengthen with the inhale again. Head lifts. Exhale, pour over. Inhale all the way up. Hands over the head, chest up, chin up. Exhale all the way down. We're going to go a little faster now. Inhale, chin up, chest through, weight balanced on the feet. Exhale, step back, plank, lower down, chaturanga, elbows over wrists. Inhale, this time you can float the legs up and up dog. Downward dog is your exhale. Take 3 breaths again. Make them loud. Start to lift the sit bones, start to flex the muscles on the legs, start to press the shoulders in towards the hips. Lift your gaze, bend your knees, hop to the top. Inhale, lengthen again. Exhale, fold, soft knees. Good, all the way up, mountain pose. Press through the legs, chest up, chin up. Good, exhale, all the way right back down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, step back with the right leg. Walk both hands over to the middle of the feet, to the side of the open part of your legs. And then hands to the hips. Press the hips back. And then bend the knees, lift the chest up. Good. Okay, get your hips nice and low. And then I want you to stay low, send your weight into the right foot. And send your right butt as kind of far back as you can. Your chest is going to be a little lower than normal. Stay low, sway over to the left. Get your butt right behind that knee. And then keep going, sway to the right. Just open up through those hips. And then back, waking up all those glute muscles. And then I want you to stay at the back leg, the right leg. Engage if you can. Try to engage the gluteus minimus, that bottom muscle. And then sway back over to the front leg. Come back to the top, plank pose. Chaturanga lower. Up dog or cobra. Up dog, you're just floating, right? Pull the yoga mat back, chest forward, downward dog. Take 3. If I start to go fast or too fast, just give me a signal and like do something with your hands and I'll know to slow down. Sometimes I get excited. Good, okay, here we go. We're gonna lift the gaze. Jump forward. Lengthen halfway. And then fold again. Press through the feet, lift up the chest, arms over the head. Right back down to the floor and fold. Halfway lengthen. Step back with the left leg. Step back with the left leg. Walk your hands over to the left. Come back to that wide straddle. Lengthen halfway. Hands to your hips, bend the knees, lift the chest. Okay, this time I want you to just go ahead and lift all the way up to standing. Lunge completely over to the right and send the butt as far back as you can. Feel by pushing into the heel. I'm showing you my backside. The gluteus minimus, turn on. And then straighten the right leg, do the same thing to the left leg. Just sink into it, real low. And then straighten the legs back over to the right. Maybe this time, skandasana, left toe up. Good. Straighten the legs over to the left. Skandasana just means lift the right leg, lunge into the left heel, left booty back. One more time, straighten the legs over to the right now, left toe up. If you want to make it even more challenging, the arms can go up to straighten the back. Straighten the legs over to the left. We go last one, butt really goes back, right toe up. Good, straighten the legs. Come back to plank pose at the top of the mat. Chaturanga, hips stay high. Up dog. And then downward dog. Good. Okay, go ahead and lower down to the knees. We're gonna take our first tutorial. We've got the core temperature of the body up, so I'm not worried so much about injury. So I'd like you to try to extend the right leg back. And let's just get familiar with the internal-external rotation for a second. It's really easy to lose it as soon as you start to go into harder poses. So external rotation, bring the right heel kind of lazily out to the side of the mat, like let the heel fall. And then I want you to, that's an internal rotation. This, then external, right heel goes over kind of to the left side of your mat. Okay, again, right heel lifts up through center. Internally rotated by hugging the right hip down, right heel towards the mat, to the right. And then external opening of the hip, the right heel goes to the left. Okay, now I'd like you to go ahead and lift the right leg up. Find an internal rotation. Will your foot turn and twist? No. But I want you to feel that activation of right underneath here of your tush. Okay, pull the navel in, shoulders go back. Bend the right knee, straighten the right leg. Without rounding the spine, pull the right knee in towards the navel. This is gonna make you use only the minimus. Right leg out, internally hug it, bend the right knee, hamstring curl, but internally hug it, right knee points down the whole time. Re-extend it, knee into the navel. 2 more times, extend, hamstring curl, lift it, internally rotate it the whole time, extend it, knee in. Last one, good, extend, internal rotation the whole time, bend, extend, knee into the navel. Good, right knee down, shift other side, left leg goes back, feel the external rotation of the left leg and internal rotation of the left leg. Kind of find that place that you feel like you're hugging that left hip inward, and when you're ready, lift the left leg up. Find that internal rotation here, left knee pointed straight down, toes pointed straight down, navel tight towards the spine, shoulders back to the hips, left knee bends, hamstring curl, internally rotate, that's where we usually lose it, left leg extends, knee into the navel without rounding. Again, extend it, internally rotate it, hamstring curl, internally rotate it, lift it, extend it, pull it in. 2 more, just like that, extend, bend, hammy curl, Pull it down. Start waking up the muscles in that minimus. Retrain the minimus. Create lots of space for the hips and the sacrum. Good. Last one in. Good. And then tabletop. Lift the knees up, downward dog. Stretch it out. Lift the right leg up to the sky. Internally hug it. So generally, right, you take power classes and they say, lift, lift, lift. Yeah, sometimes, not today. We tend to dump into low back when we do that. So always hug that right knee in today. From here, hug the shoulders down, pull the navel in, lower the left knee to the floor. We're gonna do it again, don't worry. How does that make sense, Laura? I know everybody looked at me. Lift right back up, three-legged dog. We're gonna do this 6 times. Internally hug, left knee to the ground. Hamstring curl, lift, extend, knee into the chest. Extend the right leg, three-legged dog. Left knee to the floor. Right knee bends, hamstring curl. Good, knee in, extend, three-legged dog. That left booty starting to turn on, I know. Good, left knee down, last one. Hamstring curl, bend the right knee, lift it, internally hug it. Knee into the chest, extend it, three-legged dog. Good. Okay, ready? Right foot in between your hands. Good. And I want you to pull the spine forward like you're trying to lift it out from your hips. Good. Then extend the left heel back. Lift up into warrior one. Left heel now comes down. Lift up the arms. Sink it to the right hip. Press the right hip towards the left heel. And really feel this hugging in action here of your minimus, your right inner thigh turning on. And then hands to the floor. Right leg up and back, three-legged dog. Good. Internally hug that right leg again. Downward dog. Other side. Left leg goes up. Internally hug it. So not quite as high as you think it should go. Maybe you can keep the right heel down for that one. Hollow out the belly. Good. And then left foot in between your hands. Pull the spine out from the hips, just taking your time at the very beginning here. Turn this all on. And then right heel down. Virabhadrasana 1 or warrior 1, lift up the chest. Left butt goes towards the right heel. Good. Just find lots of momentum now in this glute. Really being super aware of all this middle of the body is doing. Okay, hands to the floor. Left leg to the sky. Good. And then downward dog. See, I already forgot about my inward rotation. Shift forward into a plank. Stay engaged in your hips. Chaturanga. Up dog. And then downward dog we're going to meet. Good. Okay, adding on. Right leg to the sky. Left knee down to the floor. Hamstring curl. Right leg up. Good. Internally hug it. Right leg out. Right knee to the chest without rounding. Then step the right foot in between your hands. Crescent lunge, first lengthen. Then arms go up. Okay, then I want you to lean forward over the right leg, swing the arms back. Really feel that right minimus engaged. I want you to try to lift it, that hamstring, and then right underneath that rear end. And then inhale right up, crescent lunge. Navel strong. Exhale, lean into it. We're gonna do 6 of these. Good, inhale, lift it. Exhale, release it. Good, couple more. Just really trying to get into that contraction. Good. Last one. And then three-legged dog. Right leg all the way up and back. Internally hug it. Shift forward, three-legged plank. All the way down to the floor, land on your ribs. Right leg stays floating. Left leg pushes to the ground. Push into the hands. Lift up just the high chest. And then right back up, plank. Right back, three-legged dog. Downward dog. Good. Take 3 breaths. Make the breath louder. Internally rotate through the legs. Pull the navel in, shoulders to the spine. Left leg up to the sky on your next breath. Three-legged dog. Internally hug it. Right knee down to the floor. Navel strong. Left knee bends. Hamstring curl. Yep. Extend it out again. knee to the navel, don't round. Now round left foot between your hands. Right knee up, lengthen out from your hips. Crescent lunge, upper body lifts up. Good. Here we go, half lean, palms are up as they reach back. Inhale, lift up. Now follow your own breath. Exhale, we've got 6 of these, come down. Really continue to press through that left heel to engage the front left glute. 3 more. Keep the navel pulled in the whole time. Kind of pull the ribs downward instead of away from one another. This next one, we're going to go all the way down, hands to the floor. Left leg sweeps back, 3-legged plank. Chaturanga all the way down. Right leg stays on the floor. Just a baby lift up the chest. You can even bend the left knee if it's easier. Press all the way up, 3-legged plank. 3-legged dog. Left leg to the sky. Downward dog. Good. Adding on again. Take 3 breaths. Right leg to the sky, inhale. Left knee, hug it in, internally hug that right leg, otherwise you lose it. Left knee to the floor. Right knee bends, hamstring curl it. Internally hug it. Re-extend it, knee to the navel. Then round, right foot between your hands, rise all the way right back up for your crescent. This time only 3, half lean. Inhale, nice and high. Keep that right glute engaged. Keep. One more time. Good. Hands to the floor, 3-legged dog, or 3-legged plank, my bad. Lower down to the floor. Press the left leg down, bend the right knee. Pull the yoga mat back, lift the chest maybe a little bit higher, not much higher. Hold here. Good. 3-legged plank, lift it up. Good. 3-legged dog. This is the last one. And then downward dog. Left leg to the sky. Internally hug it. Right knee down. Hamstring curl it, lift it. Hug it in. Left leg extends, knee to the navel. Then round it, foot between your hands. Right knee up, lengthen the spine. Right up, crescent lunge. Good. Okay, lean forward. We're only doing 3. 1, inhale, lift it. Keep pressing that left heel down. And 2. Last one. And 3, hands to the floor. 3-legged plank. Lower down to the floor. Right leg pushes, left knee bends. Yoga mat drags back. Hamstring curl it, really squeeze that left booty. Good. Tuck the right toes to the shin, lift the right knee. 3-legged plank. 3-legged dog. This time, step the left foot in between your hands. Step the right foot in between your hands. Find that length here. And then forward fold. Inhale all the way up, mountain pose. Hands over your head. Chin lifts up last. Good. Exhale, right back down to the floor. Inhale, halfway lift. Good. Exhale, step back, plank, chaturanga. 1 breath, 1 exhale. Inhale, up dog or cobra this time. Heels hug it in, internal, downward dog. Here we go. 2 more breaths, downward dog. Find your integration of your muscles. Inner thighs hugging in. Right leg to the sky, internally hugging in, right knee points down. Right foot lands in between your hands. 1 time lift up, crescent lunge. We're gonna come all the way up. I'm gonna slow down. Hold on. Left knee dips down. I wanna integrate the rear leg a little bit more. Yep. Now left knee up in front of the navel, arms come by the hips. That's our first one. Good. It's like a 1-legged Tadasana. Send the right leg back a little bit, like right hip back, lift the left knee higher. Okay, come right back into crescent lunge. Dip down that left knee, and then lift up. Okay, we're gonna do 6 of these. Crescent, dip the knee, 1-legged Tadasana. Lift the booty, all the way back, crescent. 1-legged Tadasana. 2 more. All the way up. Last one. Dip it, and then lift it. Crescent. Three-legged plank. Three-legged chaturanga. If you want to curl that hammy, go for it. Lift the chest. Three-legged plank again. Three-legged dog. Good. Downward dog. Integrate again. Internally hug those thighs. Lift the sit bones. Pull the navel in. Let the neck lengthen. Press through the thumbs and the index fingers. Left leg lifts up and integrated, internally rotated. Left foot in between your hands. Lift your gaze to where you want it to land. Spread through the spine. Inhale, lift it up. Lower the right knee. Integrate the booty. Right knee up. And pause for your first one. Send the left hip back. Lift the right knee higher. All the way back again. Crescent lunge. Dip the knee. Find the power in the rear end. Right knee up. This is 2. We're doing 6 of these. Knee down and then up. You should feel the left booty really start to turn on. Here's 4 and 5. Good. Last one. Land your crescent. Good. Three-legged plank. Bring the hands to the floor. Left leg goes back, hovering. Good. All the way down. Three-legged chaturanga. You can even hamstring curl it if you want it. Lift up the chest just a little bit. Three-legged plank. Push yourself up. Three-legged dog. Good. This time, left foot in between your hands. Right foot in between your hands. This is your inhale. And then your exhale, you deeply fold. Press through the insides of your feet. Tadasana. Hands over your head. Chest up, gaze up. Exhale all the way down. Chest comes forward. Chin comes into the throat. Inhale, lengthen. Jump or step back. Chaturanga. Make your way down into an up dog, regular, and then downward dog, we're gonna meet. Good. One more breath. Right leg to the sky. Integrate the right internal hug of this hip. Good. Right foot in between your hands. Lengthen the spine out from the hips, so the left heel's going back. Lift up for your crescent. Good. We're going to go left knee lowers just a little bit. Left knee up in front of the belly. Hold here. Then I'd like you to bring your hands to your heart. Send the right hip back a little bit. Send the left leg back, warrior 3. Pull the chest down a little bit. Lift the left leg up, but internally hug it, right? So the left knee is pointing down. Keep the knee bending slightly on the standing leg. Hold here, find that balance. 2 more breaths, please. Good. Chair pose, left foot down, arms up. Sink into it. Navel in, tailbone hugs in. Twist over to the right, left elbow into the right outer knee. Right outer thigh, I should say. Good. That right leg is going to keep working here. Okay, so this is going to be challenging. We're going to lift up left leg into warrior 3 without losing the bind on our leg. So left leg up. And then left knee to the back of the right knee, kind of like a half curtsy. And then re-lift up left leg. Keep your focus down. Left knee to the back of the right knee. That's 2. We're going to do 6 of these. Good. Keep setting that right rear end really strong. That's 3. And 4. Holy crap, and 5. And 6. Right back up. Chair pose. Nice. Forward fold. Let it all go. Lengthen. Step or jump back. Chaturanga. Up dog. And we'll land in downward dog. 3 breaths to integrate everything. Told you it wasn't going to be like a very nutty class, but it'll be challenging class. Okay, left leg up to the sky, which is called 3-legged dog. Internally hug that hip. Don't lose that. Good. Lift the gaze. Step the foot forward in between your hands. Lengthen the spine out from the hips. Inhale, high crescent lunge. Sink into your hips. Good. Bend the right knee a little bit to power down through the hips. Good. Right knee up, standing Tadasana. One leg is standing Tadasana. Good. Hands to the heart. Pull the left hip back a little bit. Send the right leg back, warrior three. Hug in the navel, bring a slight bend to the left knee. Hold. Internally hug that right leg. 2 more breaths. Right foot meets the left foot, chair pose, sink the hips. Open it up, hands to the heart again. Right elbow outside left thigh. Sink into this, really revolve it. Right leg goes right back up. Internally hug it. Right knee kisses the back of the left knee. That's 1, we're doing 6. Good. Right knee kisses the back of the left. 2. Bend the left knee a little bit. 3. And 4. And 5. Good. 6. Chair pose. Right foot down. Tailbone forward. Arms go up. Forward fold. Let it go. Inhale. Halfway lengthen. Jump or step back. Chaturanga. Up dog. Integrate your hips. Downward dog. Good. 3 more breaths. Make the breath louder than the day, than the body's aches and pains, and instead feel the strength prevail. Right leg's going up, 3-legged dog. Internally hug it. Lift your gaze where the right foot's gonna step in between your hands. Lengthen the spine out from the hips. Left heel draws back. Crescent lunge, lift high. Good. Gather strength from around midline. Left knee bends in, down. Left knee up. Good. Hands to the heart. Warrior 3, make it way back. Internally hug it. Good. Left foot meets the right foot for that chair pose. Twisted to the right, left elbow outside, right mid-thigh. Thumbs come to the center of the sternum. Yeah, there you go. Take a moment, feel your elbows one on top of the other. Maybe evolve that spine even more to the right. Good. Then bring your gaze down to the right corner. Lift the left leg up. We're just going to do 3 taps this time. Left knee to the right knee. That's 1. Maybe 1 for me. 2. And 3. Come all the way up. Left knee in front of the belly. Right hand outside left knee. Yep, listen up. Send the right leg back a little bit. Left hand to your hip. Extend the left leg. See if you can find the toe with the right hand. Send the right hip back again. Open arm twist to the left. Open arm twist to the left. Good. Come right back up to forward. Left foot, left hand meet. Knee bends. Chair pose, left foot down. You got it. Hands to the floor. Lengthen halfway. Jump back. Chaturanga style. Up dog. And downward dog. Take 3 breaths. Okay, here we go. Left leg to the sky. Left foot goes where your gaze is, which is forward, I hope. Crescent lunge, spread. Right knee dips down. One-legged Tadasana, knee up. Hands to the heart, warrior 3 with an internal rotation. No pressure on the low back with this. Chair pose, right foot meets the left foot. Twist to the left, right elbow outside thigh. Take a moment to really integrate here. Thumbs to the middle of the heart or sternum. Left elbow over the right elbow. Hips not swaying. Take 1 more breath. Here we go for the 3 taps. Bring your gaze to the left mat corner so that you're not falling. Right leg up. Kiss 3 times. That's 1. Don't forget the internal rotation of the right leg. That's 2. Good. And 3. Right knee in front of the belly. Standing. Left hand, right knee, right hand to the hip. Pull the left hip back a little bit to lengthen it. Good. Left hand grabs the right big toe. Extend it. Right leg. Open arm twist to the right. Good. Stay. Come on, you got it. Good. Navel in. Chair pose, right foot down. Sink it, tailbone forward. Forward fold, let it go. Halfway up. Step or jump back. Up dog. And then downward dog. Take 3 breaths. Good. Okay, right leg up. Integrate it. Look to where the right foot's gonna land in between it. Good. Crescent lunge, you've been here before. We have one more add-on here, kind of two. Left knee bends, knee in front of the belly. We're just gonna do one thing or one tap on each thing. Hands to the heart, warrior three. Twist chair to the right, left elbow down to the right side. Left leg up. Stay in that compact place. Left knee kisses the back of the right knee. Re-extend it. Left knee up in front of the navel, stand on the right leg. Big toe twist. Send the right hip back, right hand to the big toe, left arm opens up, chest turns to the left. Left hand comes forward, bend the knee. Standing splits, which means the left leg goes behind you, the hands to the floor. Lengthen one time. Good, stay there. Left knee kisses the back of the right knee. Crunch it, we're gonna do 6 of these. And then left leg out, that's 1. Navel stay strong the whole time. And 2. Good. The exhale is the crunch. Crunch. Good. I want the left leg to go all the way up. And then right back into that crescent. Arms up. Right leg up to the sky. Come on, you got this. All the way up. Stretch it out. Internally hug it. And then downward dog. Good. Take a moment, downward dog. Reintegrate. Tailbone high, navel in. Internally hug. Okay, left leg to the sky. Look forward. Step it forward. Right heel moves back. Navel comes in. Arms go up for the crescent. Lots of low back strength here. Right knee bends. Right knee in front of the belly. Hands to the heart. Pull the left hip back. Warrior three. Twist it to the left, you guys. Right elbow outside left hip. Right leg lifts up, just one kiss. Right knee kisses the back of the left knee. Good. Come right back up, right knee in front of the belly. One twist here, right leg kicks out, grab the toe with the left hand. Open up to the right, push the left hip back. Yeah. Right hand finds the right foot, bend the knee. Good. Hands to the floor, right leg up, standing splits. Stay lifted here with the hands under the shoulders. Hug internally with the left hip. Right knee kisses the back of the left knee. That's 1. And 2. Exhale, crunch. 2 more, I believe. Good. Okay, big step back with the right leg. Crescent lunge. Press through that left minimus butt. Oh, that hurts. Left leg to the sky. 3-legged dog. Oh, good God. Do you guys feel that in your ass? Mine is burning. Good. Downward dog. Okay, knees to the floor. Let it go. Child's pose. Hips to the heels. Elbows bend, forehead to the ground. Integrate the breath again. Okay, I'd like you to lift up to tabletop and grab that block I asked you to have near you. If you don't have a block, you don't need it right now, it's okay. Okay, and then I'd like you to place it lengthwise. Well, for now, just keep it over here, but you're gonna put it lengthwise. So we're gonna shift it to pigeon pose to stretch all this out. So I'd like you to bring the right knee forward, bring the right shin horizontal to the front of the mat, tuck the left toes in so that you can keep that left hip internally hugging with the toes in. You have more control. When you kind of just untuck it here and you go all the way down, that left hip kind of just slumps out like a twig. We want it to be like the oak tree instead. Okay, so block, what am I gonna do with it? Take the block, okay? You're gonna bring it behind the right heel. Can you see this? Let's go in the front. Let's face this way. There we go. All right, behind the right heel. So it's in between the right heel and the left quadricep. That's gonna give you something to press against at least for me, because pigeon is like an enemy of mine because my hips are tight, but it's going to give you something to push up against and then lower down your elbows. And notice it holds your foot in place and allows you to safely kind of let the left toes uncurl and then lower down. Maybe a little lower than you normally do because you've got the access of that. I forget the word, it's escaping me now, but you'll feel it. That's isometric. There it is. And just feel the minimus really stretch out here, that really lower part of the booty that we really worked. Good. Good, and then bring your hands back to touch the mat. Lift your chest up. You're just gonna simply swing that left leg all the way to the front, connect the right foot to the left thigh. And I'll face this way. Okay, and then I want you to bring the right booty kind of back a little bit, and you're gonna feel the left inner thigh stretch a little more. And then flex the toe towards you, the left toe towards you. Yeah. Okay, and then you're just gonna twist over that extended leg. So turn your chest to the extended leg, and then don't round. Okay, we're looking for everything, the spine lifting up and out of the hips. So walk it forward, keep walking, and then when you feel like, okay, that's all I got, then you stop. And then keep lengthening. No rounding, no chin coming in. For this one, I want you to feel length. And then I want you to tighten up the left muscles around your left bones of your leg. Keep pressing. Good. And then walk the hands back up towards the hips. And we're going to do left hand to the right knee, my mom's favorite stretch, right arm up. And then reach over to the left. Don't let the right shoulder collapse. Don't let the chest collapse. Yeah, there you go, Joe. And then you're just kind of spiraling the right rib cage open. It's so funny. My bottom two people on here are Vic and Jess are like completely dark. I can't see anything, so I hope you're doing good. Kara and Jojo, you look great. Good. Okay, and then go ahead, press into the left hand to lift you up out of your waist. Hands to the floor. Both hands to the floor. Okay, we're gonna bring the, especially right hand, behind the right glute. Now lift the left arm up. Press into the right shin and right hand. Lift up your hips. Baby back bend. And then lower back down. Okay, right leg goes out as well. We're gonna straddle now. Press the legs firmly in. Internally rotate them. Feel the inner thighs work. Lift the side body out from the hips and then walk forward with your hands. When you get to that position that, okay, this is enough, right? Then I want you to go ahead and lower the elbows and just see what happens. And if you can continue to drag the mat back, continue to pull the legs deeper into your hip sockets. Take one more breath. Good, and then use the navel, plug it in, lift all the way up. We're gonna switch pigeon on the other side. So the left shin's coming forward this time. The right leg's coming all the way back. The block goes between the left heel and the right quadricep. The right toe tucks in so that you have control of internally rotating that right hip. Find that spacing, use that leverage here. Maybe you have two blocks, you might need two, and then walk it down to your elbows. And your head can come down if that feels okay. Keep lengthening that right leg away. Keep horizontally bringing that left shin. Trying to get that left booty to find the floor, if not tonight, maybe one night soon, or day or morning. And just stretch all of that gluteus minimus out. All of that area that gets forgotten about because we don't necessarily use it consciously. It's one of those subconscious things that we have to put effort in to really tone to help us with the rest of the body. Let's take 2 more breaths. And then press into the hands. We're going to lift up. You're going to bring that right leg, move the block out into the front. Left foot, bottom of the foot into the right thigh. And then you're going to bring that left hip back. So both of your sit bones are even. Okay, you're going to twist over that right extended leg, forward fold. Straight back, navel strong. And you just go to wherever you can go today. You may or may not touch the foot. You may or may not get your head down. It totally depends on how your muscles are reacting to the practice today. We did a lot of back work today, meaning the posterior chain of the body. Good. And then lift all the way back up. Hands come by the hips. Okay, we're gonna bring right hand to the left knee. Left arm goes up. Press the left leg down, reach over towards the right leg. Don't drop the chest. Yep. Good. Really come out of that SI joint. You may be a little bit in that QL if you've been sitting all day. Good. And then squeeze the navel in. Inhale, lift up, both hands behind your hips. Good. Make space in the chest. Left hand stays planted down behind the left booty. Right arm goes up. Press through your left shin. Use the power in your glutes. Lift up. Back bend. Good. And then lower all the way back down. Okay. Swing your legs back to the front of the mat if you've gotten a little discombobulated like I have, and lower down to your back. So we're going to come into full wheel. So full wheel. Sometimes you do full wheel and it feels really compressed on your lower back and your sacrum because you're using that instead of your minimus to lift up. So we've worked on the minimus like crazy today. You know what? I'd like to do something right before we do that. Bring that block since it's close by between your thighs. And then walk your heels close to your booty. Squeeze the block, hands down by your hips, and then press into your heels to lift your butt up just like a little bit. Not all the way into that normal back bend here, bridge, just a baby one. And then press into the heels till you feel the lower butt kind of ignite. Press into your heels as if you're pressing your heels to the front of your mat, not dragging it backwards, pushing forward to where your sternum lifts to your chin. And stay there until you feel like your rear end turned back on. You might need more or less than me. Okay, mine is on. Okay, I'm gonna lower right back down. Okay, then go ahead and get rid of the block. Move it out of your way. I want you to use those same muscles you just felt to try to come into full wheel. If full wheel is not your practice today for whatever the reason, or ever, don't do it. Just go back and do bridge that we just did. Otherwise, plant the hands outside your ears, palms down. You can even widen them a little bit, like fan them open. And then press through your feet, but use the muscles in your glutes that you just activated to come to the top of the head. Keep activating the glutes, lift all the way up. Integrate the inner thighs. Press your heels into the mat as if you're pushing the mat forward. Let your head come down. Notice how this back bend may feel different today. Yeah, just stay there, maybe 6 breaths or so. It should feel different than it normally does. And I'll do it again. Yeah, keep going, Jojo. Press, press, press. Use your butt muscles. Yeah, there you go. Now press into the heels so your chest goes to the top of the mat where your head is. Nice, Kara. Knees together, Kara, a little bit more. So one day the legs even may go straight. Good. And then slowly lower all the way down. Good. Okay, so maybe that was easier than how it normally is because we've really turned on the butt muscles. So just go ahead and relax now with your hips on the floor. And then I kind of want you to lift to arch the low back. And then bring the right knee into your chest, but keep the low back arched. So when you lift the right knee, it's not necessarily into the chest, it's just a gentle pull in with the knee, but arch the back. Keep that natural curvature of the spine. Good. And then take the hands to the front of the leg, the right leg, and push and flatten the spine. And then do that reverse again, hands to the shin. Push the leg into the hands while pulling the hands into the knee. Arch. And then last one, push hands into the leg, flat back. Good. Right foot down, switch sides. Left knee comes in, arch. And then hands to the thigh, push. One more time, arch. Good, and push. Good. Okay, hands to the floor, left foot to the ground. Inversion to wrap up and tie a bow on this beautiful practice. So if you'd like to just do legs straight up, maybe shoulder stand, go for it. If you want to practice through headstand or any other thing, please go for it. And we've got about 30 seconds or so to play. I'm just going to go right through shoulder stand using my strength in my core, walk my elbows in, because I'd like to continue to integrate my inner thighs here. Internally rotate no matter what version you've taken. Try not to move your head if you're in shoulder stand. And when you're ready to come down into any variation you've taken, come all the way down. Arms by the side, knees to the left and to the right. Just loosen everything out one last time. And then lower all the way down into Shavasana. The physical practice is over. Ooh, we went a few minutes over. We're almost done. I just need you for like 2 minutes. If you've got to go, you've got to go. It's 6:22. But now just recognize the power of manipulating your body in a way physically and how easy it was to access that. How easy it was to, maybe not easy, but with enough attention, deliberate attention, you could actually help to open up the low back to give the sacrum a little bit more space, and recognizing you can do that. Now let's see if we can do the same thing within the mind, right? If we can do that same little tune-up in the mind that make things sometimes feel unreachable a little bit more or a little closer. So take a moment and body acceptance, acceptance of what you were able to do tonight. And then take a few breaths with the intention of self-care. And then take a few more breaths with the intention of self-awareness and the ability with self-awareness to manipulate things in a positive direction. And then take accountability with these next few breaths. Accountability for what you say in your mind that no one else can hear. And accountability for what you say out loud for others to hear. And recognize still that ability to manipulate, but in a positive direction. And then the last thing is integration. How do you integrate all of this to work for you to have an even better evening and even better tomorrow? How can you recognize these tiny, small adjustments that are closer than you think and more possible than you think to inspire you in a more positive direction? And self-care doesn't necessarily mean going out and getting a massage, especially not now. But it means actually maybe eating lunch with your full lunch break time. Or actually even remembering to eat lunch. Or maybe even remembering to take 3 conscious breaths, maybe 3 times a day. Self-care doesn't have to be this far-reach thing. It can be something a lot closer and a lot easier to do at any time during the day. You might not be able to drop into a nice, hot, warm, bubbly bath at work when things are really tense, but maybe you can run your hand under some warm water, and maybe that'll remind you of what's to come that evening. Just notice the tiny things that you can do to find your inner strength a little closer. Recognize the possibilities. And then take one more deep inhale. One slow, deep exhale. Bend your knees and come to the right side of your body. Lift all the way up. I honor each of you today, Miss Kara, Miss Jojo, Miss Jess, and Vic, and everybody else watching at a later time. Namaste.